Old business. Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. Resolution opposing the referendum to dissolve the library.
I'll move that.
We have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I just had one thing on it. It's just a typo.
Sure.
In the next to the last paragraph, on the guaranteed a seat on its governing body, there's an extra A in there.
Oh, so I see. Thank you, Emil.
Okay. We going to talk about this?
It's the floor is open for discussion.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's important that we do this. We all know what's been going on over the last couple of weeks about the resolution to dissolve the library. Deb had also sent out a copy of the article that was in the Express Times, which made it unclear about whether this has actually gone away. It sort of seems like it hasn't. I had a question, Jim, maybe you can answer this. If that first reading on the 27th of July is still there, do they have to have a second reading, or can they just say, we're not going to have a second reading?
No, they have to have a second reading and public hearing. Now, people got to speak because it was an agenda item, but no, I don't think they could pass it on second. I don't think it counts as the next one would count as second reading.
I'm sorry.
I'm
talking about the one on the 18th. Like, do they have to have a second reading on the 18th for the first reading on July 27th?
Well, I guess I'm confused. There was the meeting that they didn't have the proper Zoom address.
Right.
And then it was the most recent meeting.
But in the article that was in the Express Times, Vicki Kleiner seemed to say that because that was passed, they have to have a second reading on the 28th, on the 18th rather.
Well, it wasn't passed. It was all 5 voted no.
No.
The first one, no.
27th.
Well, the first one, I think they, by implication of having a second first reading, if that makes any sense, they're admitting that the first one was invalid.
Right.
But the article was making the case that there's 2 exactly the same first readings out there. One of them they put down and the other one they approved.
Wasn't the meeting on Tuesday night the second reading, and then they found that there was a procedural issue and that the second reading has to be done on the 18th of August?
No, it was listed as the first reading, another first reading.
Okay.
And if I may, I mean, I could always reach out to Vicki or whomever over there. The confusion in this article may not be from the town. It could easily be from the reporter.
Right.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
But so, I mean, given the confusion that's out there and the fact that we're not having another meeting until September, I guess, it's August, right? I think we need to pass this resolution opposing the referendum in case there is actually a second reading. Plus, there's also the issue of that Phoenix group that is going to do a cost analysis or something, analysis of how much it's going to cost the town, either to go with the county library or stay as a town library. So that may spur another look at whether there should be a referendum or not.
That was exactly my thinking, that they could say, information has changed, so therefore our opinion has changed.
Yeah.
The resolution shows that we're standing our ground.
Right.
Yes.
And I feel as Emil does, we need to do that. Any other discussion? Hearing none, we need to vote. Any opposition to this?
Excuse me, I thought at one point, Deb, I thought you said that the guidance that you received was that we should take a roll call while it's a Zoom call.
Although I think what Ed is doing it accomplishes the same thing.
Okay, all right.
And, if you guys are in opposition to that, I'm fine taking a roll call, we've done that at other board meetings.
Yeah, I think that like one of the things that could happen from that is if somehow somebody got muted and tried to voice opposition.
Okay,
you
that's a
wouldn't
good point.
hear them. And some people don't even have their picture up, so you
Okay,
can't really tell.
let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it. Let's take the roll call. That's fine. Good point.
All right. Mr. Brisson,
Yes.
Mr. Bullock,
Yes.
Mr. DeBosch,
Yes.
Mr. Drurley,
Yes.
Ms. Meisner,
Yes.
Dr. Kehoe.
Yes.
Okay. So that is unanimous.